If you're running Facebook or Instagram ads in 2025 and you're just frustrated with low conversions, terrible lead quality, or you notice the ads just randomly stop working after a few days, this video is going to change everything for you. The strategy I'm going to share helped us scale our own online coaching business from 20K months to 200K months in the last 2 years. And this is not a secret hack or a feature that may or may not disappear in the next month. This is based off of timeless marketing psychology. So as long as you're selling to humans, this is gonna keep working. Now, here's the thing. Most people get wrong about Facebook ads. They think the goal of the ad, like the whole job of the ad, is to sell somebody. And I'm telling you right now, that's not the case. The job of an ad is to get attention and bring somebody into your ecosystem. Okay, now let me back this up with data because I'm a data nerd and I track a bunch of stuff. One of the metrics that I track is the lead to purchase window. So lead is when someone gives us their contact information or talks to us the first time. And then the purchase is when they actually give us their credit card. And I've been tracking this for the past 3 years, and the data that I'm seeing now is very interesting. To date, since I started this business and started tracking these numbers over the last 3 years, the average person takes 60 days by the time they give us their contact information to buy from us, okay? That is since I started this business. But here's the interesting part. In 2025, that number is now 90 days, okay? So on average, it takes 90 days for somebody who's purchased anything from us to be in our ecosystem for 90 days because they have to build trust. They have to get to know, like, and trust me before they can spend high ticket dollars with me. That's a 50% increase in the amount of time it takes a stranger to become a buyer. And again, most coaches, consultants, and service providers are trying to sell somebody in 90 seconds with an ad. And that's just not how it works. That's why your cost per call is through the roof. That's why your cost per client is through the roof. And you're just trying to chase one viral ad or one really killer ad after the next, instead of building an ecosystem of trust that helps somebody buy in the future. Okay, if you can shift your mindset of how can I make an awesome ad, bring the right people into the ecosystem, and build an ecosystem to deliver trust and build that relationship, you won't have to be so caught up in what's my cost per call, what's my cost per sale from all the ads you run. This is how you create a predictable client acquisition system. And I'm gonna share with you guys in this video the 4 steps that I would do right now if I've never launched an ad or if I'm launching new ads, from the time I'm starting to the time I'm getting a client and I'm scaling this business, okay? So stick around until the end of this video if you guys wanna learn exactly how it works. I'm gonna do my iPad to do this, so let's go ahead and transition over. All right, guys, so the first thing that we're gonna wanna do is we want to run ads that are going to deliver value, okay? The reason we're going to start with these instead of a direct offer ad, I see a lot of people running direct offer ads like, hey, buy my stuff in X amount of time. Again, if they don't know who you are, they're not going to buy from you. They just won't, okay? And the best way to do this is to create a high value asset or resource. And what we really like to do for a lot of these is like a webinar, a free training / masterclass. They're pretty much the same thing. And I prefer these two over most because anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes, somebody could get warmed up enough to put an application in for you. Other things that we've ran that have worked really well for this are school groups, okay? And one of our favorite ones for beginners is just a basic follower ad, okay? Follower ad. Now these still work. A lot of people are saying, hey, these don't work anymore. And the reason for it is they're running the very OG original, hey, if this is you and you're struggling with this, follow my account for more information. And that style of ad, it can still work if you have a very specific avatar, but they don't hit as hard as they used to because, again, they need trust, okay? Trust. So the ads that I see work for follower ads actually are ones that produce value. So ones that we see, like examples of this, are like carousels. And this is like actually my tried and true method that I launch a lot of follower ads with. And that's because I can give somebody something tangible for 5 to 10 tips. And if they're good enough, right? If they're good enough tips and they're for my ideal avatar, what I can do is I can earn the follow. And that matters a lot more now, where again, you used to just be able to make an ad that's like, hey, if this is you and you want more help, follow me for more. Those can hit, but again, if I can do a carousel ad, that works really well. And again, the goal for all of these value-based ads is to bring somebody into your ecosystem, okay? Ecosystem. Think of these as like top of funnel. Now, some people can launch with those direct style of ads of like, hey, I'll help you get this result or your money back if they already have a big brand. So if someone comes to us and they already have 20, 30, 40, 50, even 100,000 followers or more, we might run some of those direct offer ads. But often to start, I won't do that because no one knows you exist. If you have 5,000 followers or less and you're running these direct offer ads, why should I reach out to you? Sure, maybe if your offer is irresistible, great. But what you're gonna run into when you run those direct style of ads is you're gonna have to do a lot more objection handling, right? So I'm just gonna say direct offer. You're gonna have to do more objection handling and you're gonna have to do more selling, okay? Like really selling. So if you're really good at sales, this can work. But if you're not, like leading with this, ads that deliver value, you'll get way more leads. Okay, again, this can be to a webinar, masterclass, a school group, follower ad, anything like that. But I really like these first for most people because we are in this time where you need to earn my trust. I'm not just gonna buy from you because you have an irresistible offer. Okay, I wanna hit that home, okay? So that's the first thing that we'll do. That's step one. We make ads that deliver a bunch of value that earn the follow or earn the lead. Now, again, the job of the ad is to get the attention, but the problem that most people have is oftentimes they don't have anything after that. So step two with this is gonna be organic, okay? Organic plus, I'm gonna share this, retargeting. And the retargeting ads that I currently run are actually very similar to organic videos. And they actually are organic videos. They just provide value, okay? Value. It's like the, Gary V jab, jab, right hook, right? I need to provide enough value. This video really is for those who have a high ticket service, right? So online coaching, consulting, something like that. This is the new play and it is a longer lead to purchase window than what we're used to. But again, we can combat that by being everywhere and providing more value than our competitors can provide, okay? That is the play in 2025 into 2026 and beyond, okay? So organic, what we're doing here is we're posting daily short form, and then we're doing at least one long form video, long form a week, okay? And if we do these follower ads or the webinar / masterclass, if we do these ads right, we'll be getting new email addresses, right? We'll get new emails, we'll get new leads. And then what we wanna do is we wanna send them all to our long form content. And the long form content is gonna do a lot of the indoctrinating. It's gonna be the main trust builder you have. Okay, so this is trust building. If you're just running ads and you're just doing short form, it's a lot harder. Because if you watch my content and you just binge my content and you go from one video to the next, you're way more likely to actually make a purchase in the future versus just seeing all of my direct response ads. So this is the second play. So again, I'm creating valuable content, right? Doing one long form video a week, and I'm doing some simple retargeting ads. And I'm gonna share with you guys, I'm gonna actually go to my screen right now or my computer, and I'm gonna show you how I set these up, okay? I do have a longer video on this training for that. So if you guys want to watch that, I'll have that linked somewhere up here, okay? But let me jump in. All right, so this is my ad account right now. And the strategy is called Hammer Them Strategy. And essentially how I have these things set up is I have 50 pieces of content in here, and the structure in here is a little different in the video that I've linked above. Watch that one. That one's a simpler way of setting this up, but I want to show you who is seeing these ads. Okay. So inside of here, you can set up custom audiences to people who've opted in the last 30 days. You can create custom audiences of people who've engaged and clicked on an ad on Instagram. Same thing, people who have engaged on an ad on a Facebook group as well. And then another one that we'll often do are DMs. So IG DMs, people who have DM'd you or you've DM'd them in the last 30 days. Don't worry about the exclusion part. Just watch the video, okay? Watch the video. But what I'm doing here is, hey, here are all the recent leads or people who are engaging in my content, and I'm gonna keep serving them my organic content that's already hitting on the same topic as what my main offer does. So if we actually just look at these ads really quick, inside of here, I have case study interviews. So I've got case study interviews. These are actually just, I download these YouTube videos just like this, and I will put them in here. And it costs me, it's so cheap. Again, I have these set up a little bit different. I have them optimized for engagement instead of reach. But you can honestly, the way I have it set up in the other video is just a lot simpler. But it's costing me 20 cents to get someone to watch 3 seconds of one of my videos. And these interviews do great because they're just like, hey, here's how this client went from here to here. And again, every time someone opens their phone, they're gonna see me. So if I look at this, like, and there's also other things in here of just like rules of thumbs when you run ads, like the 99% rule, why your ads die. Here's how I made $457,000 off of $100,000 in spend. And I have a bunch of just like case studies, testimonials, educational videos, and stuff that overcomes objections in the sales cycle. And this works so well. So if I look at just look at the last 7 days for this campaign, you'll see on the last 7 days, someone has seen at least one of my pieces of content per day. Frequency is essentially the amount of time someone who has seen this ad or seen something from me in this campaign. So this is actually on the lower end. I think I've started to bump the budget up just a little bit, but the average person has seen a piece of content from me at least once a day. So I'm also, again, posting organic content on top of this and doing long form. And I have other ads that I'm running. So in total, like, people are seeing my stuff on a very frequent basis so that I am top of mind. That is the game we play now. So you can even set up some of these strategies or these ads in here to be just your followers. So like, we have some clients who have this set up a little bit differently to where they don't just hit up the new leads. Like, these are all new leads for me, but they'll hit up their followers and they'll just drop their organic content they're already doing in here on a weekly basis and just keep uploading new ads that are their organic content and forcing them in front of their followers. Because I mean, as a lot of you guys know, that the reach is down. So for pennies on the dollar, we can get our organic content out to our ecosystem. And again, we're playing this long-term game. And if these people keep engaging with my content, they'll keep seeing more of my ads, right? And that's the game we play. All right. So that's the strategy that I'm using to stay in front of people. All right. So step one, coming back to my sheet over here, we're running ads that provide value, right? So we're earning that lead, earning that follower. Then we hit them up with organic content on a daily basis and do simple retargeting ads. Like I just shared with you, again, there'll be a link somewhere in this video that'll direct you to how to set those up. But again, I'm just staying in front of people. Okay. Now let's jump to step 3. And if you guys hear my echo and all this stuff, I just moved this week. So all the stuff behind me is office in progress. Of course, I'm still going to get my YouTube video out. All right. That's what's going on over here. So step number 3 is going to be promotions. Okay. And I don't see a lot of people do this as regularly as they should. And again, we're getting leads, right, who are coming in for value. We're being in front of them all the time. And then third, we need to do things that are going to get them to convert. So these promotions that we'll do are going to be conversion events. Okay. And what I'll do here is typically one time per quarter, I will do a just straight up sale, right? Sale. This could be a scholarship promotion. This works extremely well for online coaching offers, right? Where you give a scholarship away. You're like, hey, I'm going to award 1 to 2 full ride scholarships for my program and multiple partial scholarships. And when you post about this, you email about this, you text about it, you hit up all the people who are in these 2 buckets that we've already created, you can get an influx of applications. All right. Here's a quick little tip for you. I was listening to some of Alex Hormozi's money models, and what he'll often do for these scholarship promotions is he will award 1 full ride scholarship to the person who wins. And then he'll also reward 1 scholarship to the person that referred the winner. So you can get more applications through this scholarship if you just ask people, hey, you can also win a full ride if you refer somebody that wins a scholarship. So you can get like 2 times more applications if you ask and reward people for referring their friends to the scholarship. So that's an easy play. Once a quarter, you can do that, right? Another one you can do, often we've done a couple times, is a free trial. Okay. And with a free trial, we'll do like a $500 deposit. Okay. And it's our job, if they give us the $500 and decide they want to trial us out, that we're going to show them that we're the best coaching team out there and they should work with us. So it's a 7-day money back essentially offer to where you can trial to work with us for 7 days. If you like it, you can keep paying. Again, what this will do is it'll drive up a lot of applications for people who are interested to work with you. And oftentimes what we'll do and we'll pair this trial with is we'll give people a bigger incentive to just skip the trial, right? So they come in, they apply to work with us. They can do $500 down and get 7 days. Or what we'll often do is we'll take $1,000 off, okay, if they skip the trial, right, to just start. This works really well. You just have to make a good enough offer. And then again, you have to be good enough in the sales process to say, hey, what you share with me on the sales call, it's going to take longer than 7 days. And I think we can help you. And I think you're a great fit. So if you want to go ahead and get started now, I would actually love to give you an incentive to skip the trial. We can knock $1,000 off the ticket price if you sign up right now. And if you've done a good job in the sales conversation and you've already built trust with all this stuff up here, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get that $1,000 off sale, right? So that's another promotion that we'll run. And then the last one we'll do like some money back guarantees. And I actually don't have like an evergreen money back guarantee. I've just kind of been like, whenever we lead with it with our front end marketing, we get people who aren't the best fits. But when I do a money back guarantee promotion, this actually hits hard because again, I'm hitting this up to my email list. I'm hitting this up to people who are in the school group. I'm hitting this up to people who are in my ecosystem, have seen my content. So that hits hard from a promotional standpoint. We did this in January and added $50,000 of cash like that month from this promotion, right? And that's typically what I'll see for a lot of these is for us, like these promotions add about a 25% revenue spike to that month, okay? Which is awesome, right? It's incredible. And then we just keep doing them once a quarter. So we'll just restart and a new quarter starts and we'll do it again, right? So that's one thing we'll do for promotions. And then the other 2 months of the quarter, right? So if I have, two more times, what I'll do is ideally, if I've got the energy for it, a webinar or a challenge, right? The other 2 months. And those that come to the webinar or the challenge, they will get a, one-time offer. And I'm only going to sell to those people who have opted in for it. And that one-time offer will create urgency plus scarcity because I'll often be like, there's a limited amount of time. So urgency is, you have to apply by Friday if I do the promotion on like Monday through Friday. And then scarcity is we're only going to take 10 people, all right? And typically with this, I'll do some sort of bonus as an incentive. If you came to a webinar that talks about how we use an AI booking bot plus ads, I'll actually set up the booking bot with you if you sign up before Friday, right? Or I'll give you, one of the ones we've done is we'll give you $1,000 of ad credit if you sign up before Friday, right? So those work really, really well. And again, I don't see a lot of people do this. A lot of people just do, again, ads to direct VSL and try to get a sale. But if you don't collect their information, you don't follow up with them, you don't build a relationship with them, you don't do long form content or these promotions, I'm telling you, you're leaving so much money on the table. You just are, all right? And then last, once you have been doing this, right? Once you've got the value, you're doing the promotions and stuff like that, that's where we can then, for step 4, is we can do some direct VSL plus offer ads, okay? And again, I typically say this for last because I need to have a big enough pool of people who already have trust with me to make this work. So for us, we've been doing, all of this stuff, and now we're doing more of the direct offer VSL and ads. And it's working a lot better because I have a bigger pool of people and I've been in business for 3+ years to where this can work. The only people that I will lead off with this, just kind of recapping, is if they already have a big following. Because I can lead off with the direct offer VSL or, hey, I'm looking for 5, if they've already got a big following because they've already built trust. They've already been doing some of these strategies. So this is typically step 4 for me. It's not one of the first things that we'll do with people. And this one works well because you'll have a shorter window, right? So a shorter sales window, and you'll have more direct leads, more people that are actually interested in buying, where like you have to filter through those with all the strategies we shared above. But again, I still wouldn't start off with these. I see too many people doing that. But yeah, so we do this now, and typically what that funnel looks like is just add right to either DMs or add straight to a video with application below it, right? And that's it, right? And then people come in, either they DM you, you get them onto a call. If they are going to a video with application, they watch it and apply. Okay. So that's the 4 steps that we take our clients through. It's the same thing that we've done to go from 20K a month to 200K months. And it just works. Okay. But if you're not doing all these, like this section here, again, I think is probably the biggest opportunity for most people. And when we get somebody who's brand new to work with us, we'll have them do a promotion and make their money back pretty much right off the bat from working with us. And then they have money to invest into ads to start this top of funnel and the whole ecosystem. All right. So that's what I got for you guys today. Kind of short and sweet video here. These are the 4 things that we're doing right now to grow our coaching business. And this is what we found works really well. So if you guys want help implementing something like this, there will be a button down below in the link in the description to book a call with my team. On the call, we'll let you know how we help our clients. And if we think we can help you, we'll be happy to share what it looks like to work with us. All right, so that's what I got for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching this. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you want more content just like this. Peace.